can be used there, but they're better used to help him get in. He hasn't really been in that situation too many times yet. And it's mostly just because of this excellent spacing by Filipino, man. It's tough for Kichijoken to get around. Oh, okay, this is a chance now for him. He goes for the Dragon Punch follow-up, and just a grab afterward.
Oh,
tries to chip. It's safe anyway.
But now here comes the orbs. Not much Ken's going to be able to do. I don't know if that's a block string sequence.
No, well, I guess I don't know either. But even if it wasn't, if there had been a Dragon Punch there, he still would have gotten hit by the orb.
Yeah.
So whatever. Oh, Kim1234 is hanging out with this dude.
Oh yeah, Kim1234, American player, one of the top CVS2 players in the United States, part of the NorCal crew, part of the SoCal crew as well. He recently, well not recently, he's been in Japan for a while now, been living out there. So he's become great friends with a lot of Japanese players out there. And is one of our main contacts and ambassadors in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, gets the focus. Now we'll see what he can turn this into. He's got to make the mix-ups happen right now. Okay.
I like that. I like that. Chasing down the backdash with that.
And just like that, he's put back at this range. Oh, nice. He gets the sweep in there. Filipino man gets back to the ranges he needs to so well, but now he's got to make this happen offensively. It can't just be a defensive game. Yep. He's not going to win like that.
Tried to get through.
Yeah, he tried to get in a little bit too hard there. Good defense by Japanese Ken player.
Yeah, I mean, Rose is a character who doesn't have a lot of powers, but you know what? She has a great backdash. She has one of the furthest throw ranges. And yeah.
That's not a safe block string. Crouching strong into the shawl charge is not safe in between the two hits. It's just risky to do a Dragon Punch in between. But every once in a while, as the Ken player, you got to do that to convince her to not control space as well.
Right.
Chooses to just jump over it. He's almost cornered Filipino man now. And now it's tough for her to react with reflex. Oh, really?
Okay, and throws into the corner. Good stuff. Oh, but jumps into the corner, but was setting up a counter and got the crouch pierce. Not much damage, though. Oh, and again, not a true block string on Ken's side either.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was able to focus through that.
Oh, he could have turned that into something big, and he didn't get it. That might end up costing him. Let's see what Filipino man gets here. Is he going to go for the cross-up mix-ups? Oh, I don't think that's going to work.
Just wants to get away.
It's not going to work. Oh, that didn't need to happen. He could have just waited, but he didn't.
Oh, and
ends up getting it.
Wow.
But wow, that was crazy at the end. Look at Filipino man's face. He knows he's happy to escape.
I mean, Filipino man plays against NGL Chris all the time, who's a strong Ken player. But maybe he's never had that situation happen. You know?
I don't know. He definitely went in a little bit too early there. This gives Kichijoken a chance that he didn't really have before. You see how more offensively Filipino man is playing. When he won the first game, it was by playing very spacing heavy defensively. So I don't know about this change of play here. It's not working out right now.
Yeah, Kichijoken very close to tying it up 1-1.
And stun is still an issue. Oh no, okay. So Filipino man gets away. He's now got all that space to work with, which means that his character is effectively stronger.
Yep.
The more space she has to walk back and play, she's better, but doesn't end up mattering. 1-1.
And yeah, there it is. There's Chris right there, and he's giving him some Ken advice.
Oh, but it looks like Kim is giving his friend a little bit of advice too. So we'll see whether this pays off here. A little bit of a conversation there with Chris. You can see Marcus, who we saw win earlier on stream as well.
Is this winners finals of their pool? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it is. Okay. Yeah, I got to imagine because, again, very strong players on both sides.
I think Filipino man qualified out of his pool last year, even though he had a really strong pool, if I recall correctly.
Oh, my gosh. Is Filipino man really doing what I think he's doing?
I can't believe he'd move away from Rose. That would make me so sad. I've only ever seen him play Rose in tournament. I knew he has a couple backups, but I've never seen him do it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, not that Cammy's potentially a bad pick. It's just kind of weird that I haven't seen him play another character before. So even if it's a not quite as good a matchup for your character, if you know everything about your character, you can make it work a little bit better than if you just have a better matchup for yourself without knowing all the ins and outs.
Yeah, you can pick. I mean, Cammy obviously a better character than Rose, right? But there are characters that just fit you like a glove. They just work with your personality, with your mindset.
Yeah.
So even if you pick a character who's better than your character, it's sometimes you will do worse with that character just because they do not work for you as well. And that is a reason why you don't always want to just pick the best character in the game because they might not suit your style.
So I like Filipino man going back to this more patient, distance-heavy game, because that's what won him the first one.
You're going to get through there? Yep, he is. I mean, he basically activated that Ultra and got a free read during that, you know, the freeze animation.
Right, yeah, you can see what's happening during that time.
Yeah, so he saw that Ken was just starting to throw a fireball, so he knew he had a time to jump over and punish it properly.
Oh, nice anti-air. Stand fierce. That's when you know your character, when you bring out buttons like that. That's not a normal thing.
Oh, nice reflex.
Good. That's a great EX fireball right there.
Yeah, good stuff.
You could see that Kichijo Jiken was starting to really go to that mid-range game and see whether he could just chip Filipino Man into making a bad decision, but Filipino Man had EX, burned right through the fireball. All right, here comes Ken. Gets the sweep afterward. He can still make this happen, and just misses the sweep.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough combo. Usually you see people like, for example, you see Momochi always go in a crouch short uppercut on the cross-up hurricane instead. Interesting that he went for the sweep. Oh, and he gets a couple.
Let's get afterward. Oh, stays in front, I think, and now he's in front again.
Oh, good throw tech.
And oh, wow, that was a gutsy dash.
What's the mix-up? Oh, but then the uppercut.
It's one of these setups where it looks like it's a cross-up, and it looks like your opponent's going to land behind you, but he was going to stay in front. Hey, Kichijo Jiken was just mashing out Dragon Punch, and it worked out. So now we go down to the final round.
Unfortunately, you know, jump light attacks cause so much less hit stun that it's harder to combo off of. Kichijo knew that. That's why he was mashing the uppercut. Oh, here we go. Big damage for Kichijo. Oh,
that's not throwable.
The close stand forward to avoid the throw. So smart.
And you see him get to the other side of the corner there first. Oh, EX burns right through. Can he keep it up? And Filipino Man gets away, which is great for him. Unfortunate, though, for Kichijo. He's got to make his way in. He has some life to do it with.
Yeah, and he's using the shawl to absorb the fireball sometimes because it gives him more super meter. He really wants that super meter so that he has access to at least EX moves or an FADC, which is so important and great.
Oh, man, Dragon Punch FADC now. Ultra 1 because he went to it, and I didn't even notice it. And it was counter hit, and that is going to be it. And Filipino Man cannot wait to jump off that stage. He has been sent to loser's bracket. Kichijo Jiken qualifies in winner's side with Dragon Punch FADC Ultra. I wonder if even Filipino Man had noticed that, because if you know that, if you see that, your reaction to the Dragon Punch, the Fierce Dragon Punch, has to be a little different. You have to play around it a little different because you have to expect that if it hits, you're going to take a lot more damage than if it wasn't there.
Yeah, and especially on counter hit too, because then he gets the full animation like he just did.
That's right.
And you know, we talked about frames a little bit earlier: startup, active, recovery frame. So everything that leads up to the active frame is the startup. All right, so that's before your move hits. If you get hit during those startup frames, the game registers what's called a counter hit. And the counter hit basically adds damage and adds reel to it. So normally when you get hit by a move, you reel for a certain amount of frames. If you get counter hit, you reel for a few extra frames, which allows combos that don't normally work. And of course,
thanks to one of our sponsors, Broken Tier, who has always been a very strong sponsor in the fighting game community ever since starting.
Premier fighting game T-shirts and peripheral and paraphernalia, I should say.
That's right. Yeah, you can get 20% off with the code EVO2013 this weekend only. You can check them out at brokentier.com. See one of the shirts that they have there, Life is Too Short for Bad Matchups. Lots of other good stuff there, though.
And the best thing about this is, you know, we talked about the Mad Cats earlier. We talked about Markman, who's always been there. He's been a part of the fighting game community forever. He was a great Tekken player a long time ago. Broken Tier, run by Paul Kugler, a.k.a. Kugi, another great member of the fighting game community. We are a community born and bred, you know, of fighting game players, and it's just such a great set of people.
All right, this is XSK Samurai. Oh, they're checking buttons, okay. So MC, Marvelous Customs, AC XSK Samurai, who plays out of Fresno in the middle of California. Down way at the bottom of California is where Chris King is from, San Diego, where he's one of the best Vega players. So his Vega has done well in the past at various tournaments. XSK Samurai's Ryu has gone from being solid to being one of the best in the country. He did really well at just the other, not too long ago, at Northwest Majors, where he got, I believe, second place. So strong player. We're in winners finals of this pool. Ryu and Vega, yep, exactly how we thought it was going to be. So this is another match where it's all about the zone for Vega. He has buttons that can be pretty annoying for Ryu to deal with. I do think that Ryu has a slight advantage in this matchup, but it's not that big a deal. You can see the mobility from Vega, his crouching strong, his stand short, his stand medium kick are going to be really important to him in this match. Whereas for Samurai, using the fireball, not really to zone, but more to kind of back Vega up so that he can get a knockdown situation, a corner situation, something like that. Yeah, so far this is really how Chris King wants to be playing. Wow, that's a big risk to take right there.
But, you know, it's one of those message descends, and it's early on in a round. He has a life lead. So even if XSK Samurai had blocked it, the punish would have been minimal, and you're sending a message. You're telling XSK Samurai you're willing to do that.
Right.
So now he may be a little bit more careful. Oh, great punish. Don't build meter or screen away from a Vega with EX meter.
Oh, he did the jump strong to just get over it. That's pretty sweet. And this is exactly how Chris wants to play this. He's staying. Oh, nice confirm. He sees it. And is he just going to go back to defense? Nope, wow. That was a free punish. Yeah. Surprised he didn't take it. But he ends up taking the round anyway. Would have been a free crouching strong. And Mikey doesn't look too concerned. You can see him on the right there, a.k.a. XSK Samurai. And Chris just harassing, looking for minimal damage at a time. It's kind of how Vega works for the most part. Yeah. He can do significant damage, but it takes very weird setups for that to actually happen.
He's definitely a minimum damage character.
Oh!
Why? Why would you do that? But, you know, he gets away from it pretty unscathed.
I love that. I love that. When I see somebody just wait there, they know that they're in the right position. They're just waiting for you to do something dumb.
Yep.
That's the best. That's when you know you have control.
I mean, he has a life deficit, but you can see Chris King playing pretty patient. He knows he's got plenty of time on the clock left to make a comeback, so he's not going to push himself too fast. But XSK Samurai this round doing a very good job. He's last time he tried to play against Chris King's defensive game, but this round he's playing with Chris King's defensive game and taking advantage of it. So,
ooh, the wait there for Chris King, looking for Dragon Punch or something. There it was finally. Caught the backdash.
Oh, ooh, almost a crumble, but not quite.
A little misplaced. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Delayed, wait a little bit, caught him on the overhead. See, that's the thing. You wait that little second, see if your opponent reacts. If they're not, they're in super defensive mode. So he figured he could sneak in the overhead at that moment and got it. Again, overhead.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's individual buttons that display your understanding of the spacing. So tasty.
Didn't combo, was just a little too far. EX wall dive just went over his head.
And Chris King isn't taking big risks. When Samurai jumps in, you know, commonly people want to do an anti-air something, but he's just staying away instead. He knows that that's the safer play. It's not necessarily the damage play, but it's the safer one.
Nice catch. Tried to chase him down in the air. Oh yeah, see, there's that punish, but he didn't get the EX wall dive after.
Yeah, it might not work on crouching Ryu there. It doesn't work on some crouching characters from range, so.
Oh, great sequence from Chris. You can see the life lead that he has.
Wow!
Oh, why would you jump in that situation?
I don't know, but he hasn't been doing that the whole match, and now he did, and it's terrible for him. He's now in the corner situation. He's almost down on life now. He's just in a bad look. Spends the bar to get away. That's not even that big a deal. He's okay with that. He still has the life lead. He has the positional advantage, which is even more important.
But it just pushed him almost right back in the corner. The way he bounced on the 2 hits of the EX
It's true. I mean, he'd rather not take that, but it's better than taking big damage.
Yep. Oh, again.
I think he might have been too far. Oh, especially without claw. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but here we go. Now XSK with the life lead, and he's just, once Vega's mask falls off, he's one of the rare characters that has this kind of thing. He takes extra damage.
This time. There's the grab. All right. Who's in the life lead? I don't know. I can't tell. I think Chris thinks that it's him. Is it going to be?
And a great flip at the end, and he is going to take that round.
Yeah,
yes!
Oh my god, the delay on that. Why did it take so long for the game to tell us?
Yeah, the game was like,
the game understood the hype situation and made us wait. Nice programming. So Chris does take it. And XSK Samurai, who got second place at Northwest Majors, he's had good showings lately, is now on the ropes. Still winners, though, so not on verge of elimination.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it. You see, Vega's another one of those characters that's considered low tier by a lot of people. But
It's not right.
you know, it's one, it's not right, and two, you got players like Chris King who can take these characters who are not as strong as the high tier characters and get far with them and do things with them that just works so well. And here we go.
Oh, he doesn't come in very often, but when he does, his success rate is pretty solid.
Yeah, and using the carrot throw to extend his throw range just a little bit and catch him from ranges that XSK Samurai is just not used to.
I don't like these far range fireballs. These are welcome fireballs. These are fireballs that let your opponent jump because they know that while you're throwing the fireball, you're committed. You can't do anything for a period of time. And so Chris takes that opportunity to jump around and build better spacing for himself.
But somehow it's worked out for XSK Samurai, and he gets the uppercut FADC into Ultra for big damage.
He gets positioning, though, although without the mask, any hit's going to kill him at this point. So goes a little bit of meter. Ooh, he threatened to charge up. He does get the counter hit into the link. Life lead now. Will he try to run? He gets the mask first. And, yeah.
He's going to backdash now,
I think he's good. I don't think that Samurai can do anything about this. Flip. Oh,
wow. He touched the button. Wow, that was so risky.
I thought he was just gonna flip, but if that had been a Dragon Punch there, or kind of any button, in fact, from Samurai just before that, that would have been his round. So
yeah,
big risk from Chris.
I just don't think the flip would have lasted the full 2 seconds at the end of the round. I don't think Chris wanted to take that risk. And there's one of the beefy damage combos that Vega is capable of. Nice. That's a way to beat out that focus attack.
Chris is getting a little crazy here. You see his offensive style after the last 2 knockdowns. That's fine occasionally, but it's risky long term.
What a positional win for Chris King to just empty jump over, get the throw tech. He'll take that all day. He's out of the corner now. Oh, did he read? Oh, wow, he was trying to read a fireball.
Top punish, that's free Ultra.
Okay, good sweep from XSK Samurai. This is his opportunity. Can he capitalize off of this? And he tried the option select, just timed it too slow.
He's doing those sweeps from good spacing. I'll say that. But now he has the corner for himself. He's got to watch out for wall jump from Vega. You see that? That's what's that was the threat.
There it is, right there.
That was the threat. Having the corner is everything for Mikey right now. Oh, FADC's toward because he saw that he was going to whiff. That's smart. And now he has the big life lead. Dragon. Oh, he didn't come.
Oh, but he gets the throw and he staves off the loss for 1 round at least. He's got to win this one to tie it up 1-1.
Still match point for Chris. Oh, takes a risk. And now he's got to deal with Mikey up close.
Nice uppercut. Good reaction to the jump. Vega has a very fast jump. It's hard to react to his jump like a lot of other characters, but...
Nice confirm right there. Mikey gets the cross up.
Did stun time. Watch out for overhead. Oh, he's just got to run away. Yeah, you see him. There's a little invisible stun meter in the background. And Chris King ran away just to build that down.
Nice. Goes for the fast EX. This is looking solid for Mikey, but maybe not. Here comes Chris, crouching strong into EX, starting things off. What can he get afterward? Nothing.
Interesting.
He didn't go. I thought there was a setup involved there, but he backed off. Maybe he was feigning a setup. I don't know. Trying to make Mikey commit to something.
Yeah, Mikey can't throw a fireball from a screen away while Chris King is charged, because then he's going to get hit by Ultra. But as long as he sees Vega stand up and walk around, then he can throw fireballs, because then that's information. He knows that Vega's not charging up for his Ultra. See, you can throw that fireball when Vega's standing.
That's right. Oh, dash toward gets the grab. So smart.
Yeah, I mean,
rounds often come down to individual moments. And if you recall, towards the start of that round, pretty even on life, pretty even situation, and Chris King jumped in, and he got anti-air Dragon Punched. And right after that, Mikey had the whole damage sequence that put Chris into the corner. That's where he dealt most of his damage, and after that, it was on Chris to make the comeback the whole time, and that's just not Vega's character. It's that one choice that put him in a bad spot for the whole rest of the game.
Nice. Catching with that overhead from Vega. Again, you have to high block those.
Mikey trying to feign the fireball with stand short and crouching strong. Just trying to convince Chris to react to something by giving him the wrong thing to do so. Chris just reacts with the block, that's fine. This slow style has worked out. When Mikey has run rounds, it's been, because he's dealt damage a little bit more quickly, but when Chris wins rounds, it's these long ones.
Didn't link that low jab into a...
Oh, I thought he was going to let it rip. Mikey didn't believe it. He was right.
Yeah, if you charge up that focus attack all the way, the last hit, it's unblockable. It's an unblockable attack. But you're taking a risk trying to get it all the way up there.
Yeah, Chris is really playing that game right now. Focus, let it rip or not.
And he's staying at a distance where he's just not worried about the fireball. Mikey's got to figure out a way to close the distance in and get some damage going.
Definitely still has time, and with 2 bars, he can be very damaging. Dragon Punch. Oh, this could be it. Oh, thrown out of the very move that Mikey wanted to beat throws.
The EX Hurricane, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
All right.
Away. Oh, I like it. That was smart. That's going to win the round.
Didn't even risk it. Afterwards, he just said, you know what, I'm not. That was so smart. Because it looked like Ryu was vulnerable and he could have hit him, but if Mikey had thrown out an uppercut and he had just timed it wrong, why risk that when the other way is the guaranteed victory?
I really want him to just pull whole level 3 focus on this. I think that'd be so sweet. Because this whole match, he's been convincing Mikey to stay still during focus startups.
That's punishable. Oh, he tried to bait something out of Chris King, but instead Chris went for the throw.
Chris still staying away. It's these long rounds. Mikey's got to get in there. Samurai is still throwing those welcome fireballs.
Oh, nice. He caught him with that low forward. I mean, Chris should have been able to block that.
Yeah, he was just pressing a button.
Here we go. He's got the damage.
Oh, the grab rather than counter hit, but Mikey has 3 bars. Oh, and again, that's so risky to go in. Will he do it a third?
Oh, no. Not close enough to punish. Yes, like you said, Mike has been spacing those low roundhouses out. It's very negative on block. It's very punishable, but it's also very range dependent.
Can he get in there? Oh, is it going to work out? I don't know. We'll see.
No. There's too much room for control.
That's going to be
it. Do it. Chris King is going to take it.
Huge risk to take by Samurai, and it just didn't pay off there.
Yeah, so. He was hoping that, because Vega can hug the wall after he goes off of it in the air like that, and he can just run away. But if you throw the ultra out and he does do that, you can get a big punish. But unfortunately, Chris was, unfortunately for Mikey, Chris was flying around, and once he saw the ultra activated, he was close enough that he could just easily guide right over it and be perfectly safe.
Up next is AG Evangeef. Look what he wrote. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Thanks, man. Thanks, Vance. It's really helped me out. Well, luckily
Vance,
I know him, so it's okay.
Vance from Northern California. One of the, I mean, people have nicknamed him the Robot. I've called him Mecha Vangeef before. He has a very stone cold expression. Plays very machine-like. Just like, one of the best Zangiefs in the country.
Yeah, it's a good sense of spacing on him. He has, you know, a very fast finger when it comes to pulling off spinning pile drivers from range. A lot of people have trouble dealing with. He plays that character like he should be in this version of the game, which is very slow, very spacing, mid-range, kind of footsie-heavy character.
And you know, don't let his demeanor when he's playing Fluid. He's a pretty funny guy, actually.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a cool guy.
He's a good guy, definitely.
And, who's his opponent?
His opponent is Vernon De La Cruz from Sacramento, who plays Gouken and Rose. And I feel like when I hear whatever his tag is, that I'll probably recognize it.
De La Cruz. Vernon De La Cruz. Some people are asking what a vortex is. That is a term that we use a lot. Basically, it's a sequence. It's a sequence that knocks you down, that puts you in a mix-up, that when you land the mix-up successfully, puts you in that same mix-up again. So if you can keep doing it over and over again, they call it that because basically you get trapped in this tornado of mix-ups, you know. And
yeah, it's a setup that leads back into itself on hit.
Yep.
So I don't think he's going with Ryu. His button checks. Yeah. Got to make sure it's all right. Nice headphones there. Double headphones.
Yep.
AG Hallmark.
Yeah, I'm sure both of them are from PDP. Oh, wait, no, actually, the ones that are actually on Vangeef's head are the ones being provided here at the tournament.
I see.
You know, every station has headphones on there, so you can put them on. A lot of audio cues are very important in these games, and sometimes they're very good for drowning out the crowd. We talked about that a little bit, right? I mean, ever since they started providing headphones at events, I'll always put them on because I feel very poorly with crowds when I'm playing.
Gotten checked for lice yet?
What's that?
What?
Huh? Oh. Roger, over. What?
All right, guys, your buttons work. Let's do this. There you go. Get a little handshake to start things out. If he's from Sacramento, maybe these guys have some experience against each other. Vance is not from that far north in California. He's from the Bay Area, but you know, it's not too far away, so we'll see. See what they think about this. He is going to go with Gouken. Excellent, rather than Rose. This is a weird match, because I feel like Gouken has good buttons to deal with Geef in the mid-range. They're just not damaging. And when he gets knocked down, he's in a real bad spot just against everybody. He doesn't have very good wake-up attacks to deal with pressure, and Geef is all about pressure, so it can be tough. It's all about fighting in the mid-range for Cytotoxic CD8, who is on the one-player side. Van Geef is on the two-player side.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
So he'll be throwing a lot of those fireballs right there, the anti-air ones.
Zones very well against Zangief. But once Zangief gets in, then it becomes very hard, because one of Gouken's good strengths is those counters. And counters just don't work against a command grab character like Zangief.
Gotta have your anti-airs down if you're gonna play against Geef. Oh, why would he take that risk? No, I think it's safe in that setup, but it's just, why would you get close? I don't know. Oh, and again he gets close, and he's gonna get punished again. So he can take those risks. It's just, is it worth it long-term against Geef? I don't think so. We'll see if it pays off for him if he keeps going to it.
And there you see Zangief right there. He makes Zangief look like a combo character, even though Zangief really isn't one.
And he is going to go in on this, all right. Oh, and he didn't get the forward Dragon Punch. He got, oh, man, this is just going really poorly right now for Cytotoxic.
Cyto thought he was going to land on the other side, so he did uppercut in one direction, but he landed the other side, so it came out as the wrong move.
You know, I see what he's going for. He is doing, in his mind, the right thing, I think, in some cases, but it just hasn't been like that in practice, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he did the jab one for some reason?
Just a little bit, but he's just going to chip him out, yeah. I mean,
could have been EX Hurricane Wake Up, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, Cyto could have woke up with a counter, potentially, but I think
he would have died on counter because he didn't have any life to give, but EX Hurricane would have been fine.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you're Gouken in this matchup, it's all about your anti-airs. You have to have, you know, Crouching Fierce and far medium kick and neutral jump, stuff like that. You have to have EX Hurricane when you have EX meter.
Cytotoxic looking really good this round, but...
Oh, yeah. Okay, there's that neutral jump Fierce I was talking about.
The scary part is once Zangief gets in, he got him!
You can see the whiff throw animation from Gouken.
And watch how much damage Gouken is going to take from this. Right away, evens the round out. Oh, and then he does an empty jump. He fakes the attack.
He pressed that jump Fierce a little bit late, which meant that it whiffed as Gouken got up. Cytotoxic thought that it was going to hit him, and so he didn't wake up with anything. He thought it was going to be a safe jump, but no. And now it's match point for Zangief.
Yeah, and then Zangief did an empty jump, and then he threw out the stand strong to catch specifically Cytotech trying to jump back.
Gotta be, man, that needs to be more than just a grab. He can get close strong, get pretty big damage out of that. Didn't do it. I don't understand. He put himself in that spot. He didn't need to be there. He's going to lose 400 damage just because he wanted to go in and he mistimed things. That was the other side of that setup right there by Zangief. Very strong play by him, but I really feel like Cytotoxic let him get away with more than he needed to.
All right, guys. Once again, I mean, thanks everybody around the world for tuning in to Evolution 2013. We are just getting started, but we've had some amazing matches thus far on stream.
Yeah, and let me tell you what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to switch out commentary teams on the regular every about 2 hours. Our first block is done. Up next is going to be what? Mike Ross and Combo Fiend?
Yeah.
Nice, awesome. Okay, that should be good. So I'll be back at 2. I don't know about you.
I don't remember.
I don't know, whatever. We'll be back during the day.
Thanks
for hanging out with us during this period of time. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a bit.